You have to choose one or the other. And that'll be a bouncer. See if it goes out of bounds. Yep, Framingham will let it go out of bounds. So they will take over on the 40-yard line. So good field position again for them. That was a smart move by Bo Lewis and Diamante Daniel to just let the ball go out as opposed to picking it up at about the 20-yard line.
Looks like Natick will re-kick here. They will be backed up 5 yards, and they will kick again.
Coach Doherty there electing to decline the penalty. So Feeney will kick it off again. Squib kick. Taken by Framingham.
Out to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I believe that was CJ Cosme, the junior, returning that one. So Framingham now will have the ball at about the 34-yard line to start off their second drive. Finley here in the shotgun. Receiver to each side. Odiambo in the backfield. Hayes is in motion.
Hand off to Odiambo.
On first down, he picks up about 2 or 3 before he's taken down. So that'll bring up a second down and long here for the Flyers. Second and 7. Finley here in shotgun again. Play action Odiambo. Gets it off to number 11, Joey Igo. That pass will be complete. Just short of the first down.
Framingham will face 3rd and short now. Not even 1 yard. 3rd and inches here.
Finley here on the keeper. Able to pick up the first down and a few extra yards. So Framingham picks up the first down here. Ball will be placed on about the 44-yard line.
Finley tries to get it over to Michael Stearns, but it is incomplete. He's not able to bring in the pass.
Second down here for the Flyers now. Finley here with Travis and Odiambo in the backfield. Receivers to his left. Finley on the keeper. And he gets close to a first down there. So that was a bit of a different look for the Flyers, Anthony. They had Travis in the backfield. Finley instead keeps it, and he picks up about 8 yards. They're going to call it 3rd and 2 here. Finley in shotgun. Back to pass. And unable to complete the pass to Joey Igo.
That will bring up 4th down here for Framingham.
Yeah, it'll be 4th and 2. We'll see what Doherty does here.
So it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Natick defense showing blitz, and Coach Dory is going to take another timeout. So it looked like Framingham was lining up in what is usually their quarterback sneak setup with Finley under center. Natick defense plugged the middle, anticipating that, so Coach Doherty calls the timeout. Fourth and 2 here again for Framingham. We saw them convert on their first 4th down.
So Finley will come out in the shotgun now.
4 receivers. He's back to pass. Gets it off to Stearns. Stearns makes a move, and he's still on his feet. So once again on 4th down, Finley looks for Stearns. Stearns makes another great move, and he's able to pick up a first down and then some to keep this drive going.
As a first down for Framingham.
So now Framingham will have the ball on the 33-yard line of Natick. Finley back to pass with a play action. Gets the ball off to Stearns again. And he picks up about 4 or 5. So Stearns with 4 catches early in this game as we approach the 1-minute mark left here in the first quarter.
Handoff to Odiambo.
Wrapped up on that play by Captain Liam Porter.
Not much on that play. And Odiambo is down on the field.
Timeout.
That'd be a devastating injury for Framingham. He's trying to get up under his own power. Training staff coming out. That'll be Patty Pauis out there. She's the athletic trainer for this team. Odiambo's still down. And with just under a minute left here, Odiambo goes down on that running play. Coach Doherty even walks out to check on his senior. Of course, Odiambo, one of the big keys for this Flyers offense. When he runs the ball well, it really opens up the passing game for Finley. It allows him to do his thing.
He is up, so he seems to be okay. He will come off the field, and it looks like Diamante Daniel will now take over as running back.
Yep, senior captain Diamante coming in.
Framingham will now face a 3rd and 6.
So Diamante now lines up as a receiver. So Finley has 4 receivers. Back to pass. And completes the ball to Joey Igo.
To the 21-22-yard line. That'll be a first down.
So that'll be a first down for Framingham. So on 3rd down, Finley spreads out his receivers. He's able to complete it to Joey Igo, the freshman. Sophomore, rather.
And Diamante Daniel takes the handoff there. Looks like a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Not bad for his first run of the game. Coming inside 20 seconds left here in the first quarter, so Framingham has time for one more play if they choose to run it. I go in motion, and he's probably going to be called for an offsides. Finley completes it incomplete to Travis, but a flag was thrown. I think Igo might have jumped offsides.
Just out of Hayes' reach there in the end zone.
Not a bad throw there by Finley, though.
That is a procedure penalty against Framingham.
Yep, so that will be a proceduring penalty on Framingham. So that'll push them back 5 yards. Igo there. He was sent in motion, and he was moving before the ball was snapped. He crossed over the line.
That is the end of the first quarter.
So that'll bring the first quarter to a close. So Framingham and Natick here tied at 7. As we see here now, the cheerleaders are going to be throwing some footballs into the stands, sponsored by Bronzetti's Pizza. Whoever catches these balls will get gift cards to the restaurant. The captains, along with the man himself, Bubba Bronzetti, throwing the balls out. So all the people who catch the balls here, I believe they get a $20 gift card to Bronzetti's. So congratulations to those fans. So now the teams will reverse fields here. Framingham will have the ball on the 19-yard line.
So Framingham will face third down now.
Finley here in shotgun, rolls out, and he's taken down by a swarm of Natick defenders led by number 32, Andrew Seiden. So we've seen him on both sides of the ball, Anthony, and right there the Flyers' offensive line was just unable to protect him.
So Framingham faces a 4th and long now, but wouldn't make much sense to punt here, considering the field position. So it looks like Framingham's just going to go for it.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 18. Thinking maybe another deep ball to Travis. Finley with the deep ball to Stearns and overthrows him. So that'll be a turnover on downs. So Natick now will take over at their own 30-yard line.
So Framingham's defense didn't look great on the first drive by Natick. Let's see if they can pick up the slack here and get a few stops.
So that's Flutie on the keeper. He isn't able to pick up much. And bit of a shove there by Natick. Alan Lamos got shoved. No penalty, though. So that'll be about a 4 or 5 yard pickup.
That is a gain of 5 yards for the red and blue.
5 yard pickup here, so that'll be a 2nd down and 5 on the 35-yard line for Natick. Seiden in motion. Flutie rolls out to his right, and he gets taken down, but it looks like he will pick up the 1st down.
So Natick continues with this running offense, not running many pass plays, just the bigger running backs for Natick are just able to plow through the Framingham defensive line.
Yeah, and it all starts with Liam Porter on that offensive line. On the right side, he's, we had mentioned before, he's 6'7", he's a big kid. It's going to be tough for Framingham, for the linebackers to get around him.
Another handoff for Natick.
That's Duffy. And he's finally taken down by Alan Lamas on the outside.
On the tackle.
So it'll be second and about 7 here for Natick on the 44-yard line. Seiden in motion. Flutie here back to pass. Looks for Seiden. Seiden catches it for a first down. Taken down by Stearns. So that's the second time here, Anthony, we've seen in this game Seiden runs. Seiden comes in motion before the snap, and Flutie comes back, drops back to pass, and looks for him. So if you're the Framingham defense, I'd put a big target on Seiden anytime he comes out of the backfield and Flutie goes back to pass, because chances are he's going to look for him. Seiden and Duffy here now in the backfield on 1st and 10. And that'll be, there's a flag on the play.
Some shoving down on the field.
Mitch Garino getting into a little bit of a scuffle there. Mitch. So that'll be a penalty on Natick, so that'll push him back 5 yards. Just coming up on 9 minutes left here in the first half. For Natick now, it'll be 1st and 15. Seiden in motion.
Screen pass over to Seiden.
And good job by Bo Lewis to take him down after about a 5-yard gain or so. So we see again, Seiden comes in motion. Flutie goes back to pass and looks for him immediately. It's his first read every time. Second and 11 here. Flutie roll out to his right, throws the ball off, and completes it to number 4, Eric Swanson. Swanson still on his feet, and he gets down inside the 20-yard line. So big second and long gain there for Natick. So we've seen Flutie complete all of his passes to either Swanson or Seiden, and both of Swanson's catches have been for big gains. So Natick here now will have the ball on about the 18.5-yard line.
Ball at the 18-yard line of Framingham for the red and blue.
Shotgun here. Side now in motion.
That is Duffy.
Duffy's still going. Fighting for yards.
Breaking a few tackles there, able to gain a few yards after what looked like a no gain.
Yep, Javi Santiago leading the way on that tackle.
Ball marked at the 14-yard line.
Second down here for Natick. Seiden in motion. Flutie looks for Seiden over the middle. Nearly intercepted.
Flutie's pass is incomplete.
In and out of the hands of C.J. Cosme. So now it'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for Natick. 3rd and 5 here for Natick. Running play here. That's Duffy. We'll see where they spot the ball.
It looks like it is going to be, it'll be close, depending on the spot. And that looks like it's going to be just short of the first down.
So we'll see what Natick does here.
I expect Natick to go for it here.
Yeah. And all indications point to Natick going for it. Flutie here in shotgun, runs it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
It'll be 1st and goal now for Natick.
So Natick, a longer drive than their first one. The Framingham D is doing a better job, although Natick is still able to drive down the field at will so far in this game. But they haven't, the last drive they did in about 6 or 7 plays, and it's taking them a little bit longer on this drive. So hopefully that's a good sign for the Framingham D. They're starting to figure things out. Handoff here for Natick. And that was Seiden, and the officials are marking that short. Looked like the ball might have broken the plane, but it was after forward progress had been stopped. Corey McGrath leading the way on that tackle for Framingham.
So it'll be 2nd and inches to go for
on
Natick.
The goal line.
And they're stopped short again.
Yep. That looked like to be a botch, not botch snap, but a bad snap for Natick. And Framingham was able to tackle right away, so that'll bring up a 3rd and goal.
So the ball is inches away from the goal line, almost touching the goal line. You can't get much closer than that.
3rd and goal. And that will be a touchdown for Natick. So on 3rd and goal, Framingham, I believe that was Duffy who ran that one in for a touchdown. So Framingham now down 13-7, pending that extra point. So Natick lines up for the extra point. John Davenport kicks it. And that was a boot, and that is good.
So about 4 minutes left here in the first half, and Natick is leading 14-7.
Yeah, and so now it'll be up to the Framingham offense. They have to keep in the back of their minds that Natick will receive the ball to start the second half. So if you're Framingham, this is the drive where you want to score. You want the game to be tied going into half. Because if it's a situation where Framingham is down by a touchdown and Natick receives the ball to start the second half and scores, then next thing you know, Framingham's down by 2 touchdowns. So they have 4 minutes just about. That's plenty of time for them to make something happen. So hopefully they can. So we'll see if Natick has Davenport kicking the ball. Nope, it'll be number 18. And another squib. And bobbled by Framingham. So the ball's loose. We'll see. I think Framingham was able to fall on it. That's why those squib kicks are so dangerous, because you never know where the ball is going to go once it hits the ground, and you have to be really careful on those.
So once again, just like the last game, Natick is keeping the ball away from Hayes.
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for Travis, because all he wants is, you know, a chance to run one back, and so far on 3 kicks he hasn't been able to.
Please report to the white tent located in the southeast end zone here at beautiful Bowditch Field.
Travis in motion. Handoff to Diamante, and he picks up about 3 or 4 on first down.
Matt Manchester on the tackle.
Second down here for Framingham. Pass completed to Travis for the first down.
Travis had to go way up to get that one. Nice catch by Hayes.
Yeah, Travis, with we've seen throughout his playing career here at FHS, really good hands. He's really good at catching the ball. Finley there wasn't a perfect pass, but Travis was able to come away with it. So now it'll be first down here. Flyers in a bit of a hurry up. Get it to Diamante Daniel, rather, but he's stopped. That was Matt Manchester leading the tackle. One of the key defenders for Natick. A D lineman who also can double as a linebacker.
Finley launches one up just out of the reach of Bo Lewis.
Yeah, we've seen Anthony so far this game. Now that's the 3rd time that Finley's thrown long. That's not something that Coach Doherty usually does. Maybe once a game he'll have Finley air it out, but it's the 3rd time in this first half. So it shows 2 things. It shows building of a trust with Finley, as well as it shows that he thinks that his receivers are more talented than the defensive backs of Natick. So interesting play call by Coach. Finley here avoids pressure, rolls out, gets it to Bo Lewis.
He bobbles it at first, but he's able to bring it in.
Yeah, good job by Finley there to avoid the pressure and look downfield and complete the pass. So we are at 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the first half. Framingham with the ball on Natick's 45-yard line.
Framingham facing a 4th down here, 4th and 5.
Yep. And Coach Doherty calling the play from the sideline, changing it up here, goes to the shotgun for Finley. And I think nobody really knows what's going on here on the offense for Framingham. And Coach Doherty calls a timeout. So some confusion there. Finley was just standing there, wasn't really sure what was going on.
So we've yet to see a punt in this game so far. Both teams going for it on 4th down every time they face a 4th down. So there's 1 minute and 50 seconds left here in the first half.
Yep, and just a reminder that if you like what you see here on FHS TV, you can purchase this game or any other game that you see. Just a $20 donation to the program that will allow us to keep bringing you these games in the way that we do it. So if you're interested, you can email kschiffman@framingham.k12.ma.us for more information. So now Framingham will have the ball on 4th down with about 5 to go. And we are at 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this first half. So Framingham, important to get the first down here, obviously, to keep the drive going. But after that, they have to start looking downfield more. And again, so that they can try to score here before the half's over. Finley here back to pass. Looks for Donnie Goff and completes it. Donnie's still on his feet.
That's a first down for Framingham, and it'll bring it to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and Donnie Goff for Framingham is sort of a tight end. He's a big kid, but he's able to catch the ball really efficiently, and he's emerged as one of Finley's favorite targets. So now Finley here in the hurry-up offense. Play action, or fake handoff rather. Finley keeps it.
Big hit at the 15, but
yeah, that was number 40, John Davenport, with the big hit on Finley, but Finley bounces back up and gets his next play from Coach Doherty. No huddle here for Framingham, obviously. With a minute and a half left here, the clock is stopped. What are we doing for halftime here? Send it down for me, and then we're going to shoot halftime. Do we have to call halftime? So not only was Mike Stearns able to advance the ball there, but he was able to get out of bounds to stop the clock here. Framingham now down on about the 4-yard line, so that's a 1st and goal for Framingham. And Natick takes the timeout here, so a great 2-minute offense here by Framingham, the no huddle. Finley doing a good job of leading the offense and starting to show his strength as a quarterback, throwing the ball, not just running the ball. We'll have a minute 17 left here. The ball will be placed on the 4-yard line.
so if Framingham can get the ball in the end zone here, that'll be a big touchdown for Framingham as they can tie it up before halftime. They'll be kicking the ball off to Natick at half.
Framingham here rather, setting up. Handoff to Diamani, and he's going to be just short.
Down to about the 1-yard line.
Yep. Approaching a minute left here in this first half. Another timeout by Natick. So Corona here, we have just under a minute left here, and Framingham has the ball on the 1-yard line. So what are you thinking on this play?
Thinking maybe a QB sneak by Finley. Those seem to have been working for the most part this game on short yardage.
Yep, that's how Framingham got their first touchdown, was a sneak by Finley.
Especially with Odiambo out. Look.
Yep, Framingham here now lining up in the I formation. And Finley does keep it. And they're going to say that that's short. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal. Diamani runs over to get the play from Coach Doherty. 40 seconds left. Finley here gets it over to Diamani, and he scores a touchdown. So on 3rd and goal, Framingham had tried on his first 2 plays running up the middle. That didn't work, so Finley instead hands it off to Diamani Daniels on the outside, and he's able to put it in for a touchdown. It's a good moment for Diamani, one of the senior captains, coming away with a touchdown here. So 25 seconds left here in the first half. Pending the extra point, the game will be tied.
And Finley puts it
That
hammer. They say it is no good.
So the kick is no good. So now Framingham will still be down by 1 point rather. but you much rather be down by 1 than 7.
Framingham High School, who's serving in the Army, is the third 126 aviation.
So Framingham will kick off to Natick here with 25 seconds.
Two brothers, number 61, Jake.
Yeah, so pending the kick return here, Natick will have time for probably one play, and depending on where they get the ball, they might just take a knee or do a quick run play, unless they have, a shot at the end zone. Alan Lamas here with the kick. Lamas with the squib. Bounces off of Natick, but they're able to receive the ball at about the 30, and that's where they're taken down. So Natick will have the ball with 21 seconds left at about the 29-yard line. So not really Hail Mary territory, especially with a young quarterback like Flutie. So we'll see if they either try to run 2 quick plays or just take a knee and run out the clock.
So it looks like they're going to take a knee here.
Yep, so Natick takes the knee, so that will end the first half here at Bowditch Field. Framingham down by a point, 14-13, going into the half. Not a bad first half for Framingham. Defensively, they looked a little shaky, but offensively, they've been in fine form, scoring on 2 out of their first 3 drives. So Coach Doherty here on this, during halftime, I feel like most of his comments will be directed towards the defense. We'll try to get a quick word with Coach Doherty, talking to the officials right now. Yeah, stay tuned for the halftime show put on by the Framingham High School Marching Band. Very talented.
All began on Thanksgiving Day morning, 1998, right here on this very field. Beautiful Bowditch. A predominantly sophomore team with a new head coach named Gary Doherty and a crew of enthusiastic assistants.
Yeah, so the biggest key for the Flyers here in the second half is going to be defensively stopping Natick's triple threat on offense of Glenn Duffy, Andrew Seiden, and Eric Swanson. Seiden's had a great first half, not only running the ball but receiving as well, Anthony. And each time Swanson's catch the ball, he's had high yards after the catch, and that's hurt the Framingham.
Yeah, Odiambo also still out of the game, so Diamani's had to pick up the slack here. Hopefully Odiambo can get back into the game in the second half.
Yeah, and we saw Diamani Dana come in, though, Anthony, and he did run the ball pretty well. He was able to score a touchdown. And right here, we're doing a bit of a ceremony here for the 2000 Super Bowl team. Coach Doherty saying hi to a lot of his former players. 2000 was the year that they won the Super Bowl. They haven't won since then. And that was Coach Doherty's, I believe, second or third year coaching here. So that really put him on the map as one of the top coaches in the Bay State.
Ranked third in the entire state of Massachusetts, behind only Norwood and Pittsburgh. The town of Framingham had never experienced such incredible high school football excitement before this team came along, and they have not since then. Taking nothing away from all the hard-working Framingham High School football squads.
Coach Doherty talking to them. That's going to be a nice moment for them to, 10 years later, to reminisce on some of their old times and celebrate their Super Bowl victory.
To the fabulous fans who supported this team, today we remember and thank you 2000 Framingham High School football Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, Anthony, if Odiambo is out for the whole second half, you know, Diamante did a good job in the first half, but Odiambo's been their starting running back all year, so he knows what it takes to run consistently throughout a whole game. So we'll see how Diamante Daniel can do if he has to play the whole second half. We'll see if he can keep up the intensity, keep up the energy level, and help the Flyers offense.
Yeah, Diamante also hasn't had a lot of snaps this season. Odiambo has taken the majority of the snaps.
Yep, and so now we have the girls lacrosse, the 2009 state champions, coming out here to be honored as well. Led by, of course, Coach Frida. And that was, I believe, their third state championship in the last 5 years. So now they're getting honored. We see the whole team here.
As the players receive their championship rings.
Yep, they're going to receive their championship rings here from Coach Frida and Mr. Welch.
Hannah Burton, Larissa Carahia, Ashley Chu, Kelly Cohen, Lauren Cohen, Hannah Cronin, Clarissa Cunniff, Emily Dottel, Casey Duggan, Hannah Garino, Rachel Igo, Lauren Kent, Kara McMahon, Lee Nickel, Aaron O'Leary, Maggie Parker, Jess Pottoloff, Julia Reedy, Melissa Renault, Kelly Romano, Jamie Shalosky, Myra Zamansky, Tyler Zamansky, Julie Vogt, Caroline Vanaken, Helen White, Courtney Wilder, Caitlin Wilder. The coaches, Gretchen Bell, Piggins, Michelle Boyer, Dan Mariani, Melissa Chalamini, Julie Stabile, Jeff Stefanini, head coach Stacy Frida, strength coach Mike Passante, and the equipment manager, the one and only Phil Reed. Congratulations to the 2010 Division I State Champion Girls Lacrosse team from Framingham High School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear from the Natick High School band under the direction of John Chiche as they play The Horse. Please direct your attention to the far side of beautiful Bowditch Field. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, presenting the pride and joy of Metro West, the high-stepping, super sensational, scintillating, spectacular Framingham High School Marching Band under the direction of the inimitable Brian Servo. The band is decked out in their stylish new uniforms this year, courtesy of the generosity of all the parents who made it happen. Thank you to one and all. The band's unbelievable field show for 2010 features Saturday morning cartoons. They're going to play themes from Looney Tunes, the Flintstones, and Animaniacs. Leading the band out of the field are drum majors Carlotta Velasco, Tyler Ramsey, and Hannah Bradley. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the pride and joy of Metro West, the show-stopping, super sensational, scintillating, spectacular Framingham High School Marching Band.
I met him at the gate.
Shoppers World, Pepperoncini Pizzeria and Grill, Tiffany Dog on Speen Street, and Chicopee Welding, New England Club. How about it? A big round of applause for this sensational, show-stopping, stimulating, spectacular, super Framingham High School marching band. I'd like to remind you that Framingham High School will be having their 3rd annual holiday marketplace next Saturday, December 4th, at Framingham High School from 10 o'clock to 4 p.m. Lots of shopping and fun. And the Framingham North class of 1990 is having their reunion at Indian Meadows this coming Saturday at 7 p.m. And it's $70 at the door. Don't forget, we'll be having our special 50-50 jackpot drawing very shortly.
Welcome back to second half action here at Bowditch Field between the Framingham Flyers and the Natick Red and Blue. I'm Matt Bradley once again here with Anthony Caroni. Flyers are down by a point here, 14-13. Natick will have the ball to start the second half. And Anthony, what do you think the keys are for the Flyers going into the second half?
Well, I think their defense really needs to step it up. The Natick's only had 2 possessions so far, and they've both resulted in touchdowns. So the Framingham defense is going to have to step up and get a few stops here if Framingham wants to win the game.
Yeah, and in this first half, like we mentioned before, the offense for Framingham overall was very strong. As I see from up here, David Odiambo stretching his legs out on the sideline. So if they can get him back into the game, that would be a huge addition. Nothing against Diamante Daniel, but Odiambo's been the starting running back all year. He knows the offense really well, and he's a huge asset to this offense. So, and for the Framingham D, it's been hit or miss for them so far this game. Natick offense is a lot bigger, but Framingham, if they can aim low and tackle efficiently, they should have success. So now both teams here stretching out on the sidelines. Natick getting ready to receive the ball. So the Framingham D after halftime, we'll see if Coach Doherty made any adjustments. He said when we had talked to him earlier in the week, Anthony, that the Natick offense was very dynamic. They could do a lot of things with Flutie at quarterback, with the big play receiver side, and as well as Duffy, and we've seen that so far this game. So Coach Mike Basanta here getting the special teams together.
So it looks like David Odiambo has his right ankle taped up now.
Yeah, and he's walking gingerly on the sideline. So we'll see if he gets back into the game or if Coach Doherty just decides to let him sit. You got to imagine David, knowing David, he's going to want to get back into the game, being his last game as a senior. So. Both teams here getting ready to take the field. Odiambo down on the near sideline, practicing his handoffs. Looks to be moving decently, not great, but he's moving, which is a good sign. So now Alan Lamas will come out for Framingham to kick the ball off. John Bishop for Natick taking the kick.
John Bishop, single safety.
Lamas with a bit of a squib. Taken by Natick. That was number 24 for Natick, Corey Fisher. And instead of a squib kick, it went right to Fisher. And so now Natick will have pretty good field position to start the second half.
So the Framingham defense coming out onto the field again, trying to get their first stop here. Natick's really been able to do whatever they want with the ball so far.
Flutie lines up in the shotgun. Seiden and Duffy in the backfield. Framingham D shows blitz. Flutie gets the ball off to Side. I believe that was Seiden taken down, led by Corey McGrath. That was Duffy, excuse me, that took that. So junior captain Corey McGrath leading the way on that tackle.
So nice start for the Framingham defense. They get a 2-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and 12 now for Natick.
Natick breaking huddle here. Flutie once again in shotgun. Seiden and Duffy. Roll out to the right for Flutie. Throws over the middle. And that'll be completed to number 85, John Bishop.
These play action passes have been giving Framingham trouble all day. It looks like they're favoring the run, considering that Natick does run a lot more than they pass, and they're just able to get them off guard with these play action passes.
So now Natick here have a fresh set of downs on the 40. It's like about the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. Seiden here in motion. Flutie takes it up the middle. Still up on his feet. And taken down by the Flyers deep, but he was able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards there.
So Natick driving down the field at about the 38-yard line.
Second down here for Natick. And about 5 or 6 to go. Flutie back in shotgun. Hand off to Duffy. And he's going to be short of the first down.
Another nice gain for Natick. Sets up a 3rd and short for them. And they'll be measuring now. They'll be bringing out the chains, measure, see if they got enough for the first.
They needed to get to about the 33. And it looks like they're gonna give it a first down here to Natick. Odiambo for Framingham on the sidelines, continuing to practice his handoffs, trying to get back into the game. Seiden here in motion again. We'll see if Duffy passes to him. Flutie, rather. He does complete it. That's number 1, Faisal Kanan.
And not many incompletions here for Natick in this game. I'm not sure if they even have an incompletion. Flutie's been very accurate so far this game.
Yeah, as a freshman quarterback, if you're head coach Mark Mortarelli, you got to be happy with what Flutie's doing so far. Lines up in the shotgun here on first down. So that'll be Duffy on the run. And the ball is out. Javi Santiago knocked it out. Framingham will hold on to the ball here, but good job there by Javi.
So a nice stop there on first down. Tackled for a loss. Framingham hasn't been able to do that a lot this game. Natick's been running the ball very well.
Second down here for Natick. Flutie up the middle. And he's taken down. And the ball's out. And Framingham signaling they have it. And we'll see what the call is. And they're giving Framingham the ball. Alan Lamas there able to force the fumble. Lamas and Christian Wilkins force the fumble. And now Framingham will take over after the turnover on the 20-yard line. Huge break there for Framingham as Natick was driving deep down the field.
So that is the first turnover of the game. So Framingham not very good field position here, but they were able to stop Natick from scoring. They'll start at about the 13-yard line. And there is a flag down on the field.
Pass was intended for Igo. And that penalty will be on Natick. So that's going to be a 15-yard personal foul call on Natick. So Framingham with another break right after that fumble. They have the ball on the 20-yard line. And now with that 15-yard penalty.
Again, that winning number, 250426.
So the ball will be on the 32-yard line now.
If you've got that ticket number to collect your winnings on this great Thanksgiving morning. 250426.
That's Diamante here going to the outside, trying to find a hole. So to start off this drive for Framingham, Odiambo still on the bench. Diamante getting the call at running back.
Up to the 37-yard line.
Finley here on the keeper.
Big hit there on Finley. Not able to gain much on that play.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 5 here for Framingham. You'd hate to waste an opportunity like this with a 3 and out. Finley here back to pass. Gets it complete to Stearns.
And it looks like he had enough for the first. Big hit there on the sideline, but Stearns is able to hold on to the ball. And that will be a first down for Framingham.
Framingham here now will have a fresh set of downs.
Call me when you do it so we know.
Goes deep and unable to complete the pass to Bo Lewis. Led him a little too close to the sideline there, and he was unable to come away with the catch. But Doherty once again going with this deep ball. We've seen it on every drive so far this game.
Yeah, even if he did complete that pass, it was really close to the sideline. I'm not sure he would have been able to get his feet down. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Framingham.
Diamante here with it. Changes direction, still on his feet. But he picks up about 2 or 3 yards. And now Natick singling fumble. Sean O'Connell saying Framingham has it. And looks like they're going to give the ball to Natick on a fumble.
So after Framingham recovers a fumble earlier, Natick comes back and forces a fumble of their own.
Yep, that time Diamante fumbled the ball, and the officials decided to give it to Natick. Natick was all over that one. Head coach Mark Morelli was out on the field saying that that was Natick's ball. Coach Doherty isn't happy, but the officials called it, and it'll be Natick's ball. No instant replay in high school, so it is what it is. So now Natick with the ball. Duffy right up the middle, and he picks up about 8 yards.
So that'll bring up a second down for Natick. About 2 to go. Natick still having their way with their runs.
Yeah, and that's really going to open up the play action for them too if they choose to go that route. As we see, second down and 2. Flyers D shows blitz, another handoff to Duffy. Tries to get to the outside, and he's taken down. Led by number 52, Mitch Carino on that. Good job by Mitch getting low. And he's able to stop Duffy before he picks up the first down. So now we're looking at about a 3rd and 2 here for Natick. Approaching 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Framingham still down by 1. That's a pass. And that's completed to Eric Swanson.
And it looks like it's enough for a first.
Yeah, and that will be enough. That'll be enough for a first down, so Natick converts on 3rd down.
At about the 34-yard line.
Natick now has the ball on the 40-yard line. Flutie back in shotgun. Flutie's back to pass. Looks over the middle. And that is intercepted. Finley with the interception. So quarterback / defensive back. Greg Finley's able to come away with the interception there.
So after a first half of no turnovers, so far there's been 3 here in the third quarter.
Yep, that's the second for Natick in this quarter. And that time Flutie just looked over, was trying to throw it over the middle, and Finley was right there and was able to come away with the interception. So now Finley switches gears here and takes over again as the quarterback.
Framingham will start at the 40-yard line. And Travis Hayes is now lining up in the backfield as the running back.
Of course, Diamante fumbled his last time. Play action. What a catch by Joey Igo, but he isn't really able to do much with it after. Good job of going up and getting it. So it'll be a 2nd and still about 10.
Stop by John Bishop. Chris Jonas, defining. No gain on the play.
So Travis stays in the backfield here. Travis also has he's sort of a triple threat too. He can pass the ball if need be. We've seen Coach Doherty run some trick plays for him in the past where he has ended up throwing the ball. Gets switched out to the wide receiver position here. Finley still on his feet, and he's still going. And Finley's able to pick up the first down. What a good job there by Greg Finley. He's able to avoid the pressure. Steps up. He didn't see anything downfield, so he took off with the ball, and he was able to pick up a first down, or close to a first down. Yep, they are going to give him the first down.
That is a first down for Framingham.
So Framingham for the second time in this quarter trying to capitalize on a Natick turnover.
47-yard line of Natick.
3 minutes left here in the third.
Hayes still in the backfield.
Travis now takes it to the outside. Still on his feet. And Travis with a big run there into the 26-yard line. And Travis is a player who loves just having the ball in his hands because he's best with his feet, his speed, his athleticism. So for Coach Doherty to utilize him in a running back role and allow him to run to the outside, I think it's going to have a good impact on this team. Play action here, Finley.
Finley able to avoid the first couple of hits, but is eventually brought down by 3 Natick defenders.
So that'll bring up second down. Framingham with the ball on the 31-yard line. Travis gets it again. Still on his feet. He's still going. One man to beat. And Travis is taken down at the 10-yard line. Another great run there for Travis. Picks up another first down.
Travis looked like he wasn't going to get much in that play originally, but he's just such an elusive player that he's able to avoid a few of the defenders and get up to the 10-yard line.
Shea Moran's loving this right now. So Finley here lined up as a wide receiver with Travis as the quarterback. Travis gets it and rolls out to the outside, still on his feet, makes one guy miss, still moving his feet, and he's taken down.
Looks like he's about the 2, maybe the 1.
So a different look there for Framingham. They had Travis lining up as the quarterback, Finley as a receiver out blocking, and they get down to about the 2-yard line.
Travis used to be a quarterback. I believe he was the backup a few years ago. He might even be the backup now.
Yep, and Natick calls a timeout. And yeah, and just talking to Travis, he always loved being in that quarterback role. He loved getting the chance to just have the ball and to either have that option of throwing or running. So it's nice to see him taking some snaps at quarterback because I know that he always liked that.
So the ball will be down on the 2-yard line. And they still can pick up a first down here without getting a touchdown. They only have to get the ball to the 1. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 2-yard line.
We'll see what look Coach Doherty goes with here. And
hey, I need you to have your phone somewhere where you can hear it.
so Travis comes out of the game after basically single-handedly driving the Flyers down the field.
Just keep it like
Finley under center with Diamante in the backfield. Diamante isn't able to get much there. So that'll be 3rd down. And Travis is coming back in on 3rd down for Diamante.
Diamante's limping off the field now. That is not a good sign for Framingham with Odiambo already out.
3rd down here and goal. Travis in the backfield. He gets the ball. And he's stopped. So now a big 4th down here for the Flyers.
Walmart just inside the 2-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
4th down here. Coach Doherty going to call a timeout here, Anthony. So 4th down. You're a little further away now that you're at the 2-yard line. What are you thinking as far as Coach Doherty with the play call?
Well, they still don't need to get a touchdown here. They can still pick up the first with just 1 yard. So I'm thinking maybe a QB sneak, just try and get that 1 yard.
We'll see what Coach Doherty decides here. We've seen a few different looks on this drive. There's always the option we saw a few drives back when Diamante Daniels scored. Framingham wasn't able to do much up the middle, so they gave him the ball on the outside, and he was able to score. I think it all depends, too, on the personnel that Coach Doherty has out there. Diamante Daniels getting his leg taped up there by the athletic trainer.
Keep in mind, if Framingham does not get it here, it'll pin Natick way back in their own territory on the 2. Not a good position for an offense to go out in.
So Finley here lines up in shotgun. Travis is in motion. Travis with the fake, and Finley runs it in for a touchdown.
So Framingham will take the lead now here in the 3rd quarter, and I'm expecting them to go for 2 here.
Yeah, and so on 4th down and about 1, Hayes came in motion, Finley faked it to him, was able to run it up. Natick was stacked towards the near side, so Finley ran away from them and was able to get in for the touchdown. So yeah, we have the offense out here to go for 2.
So they're going to try and go up by a touchdown here with 37 seconds left in the third quarter.
Finley here in the shotgun. He's got Stearns on his right and Igo and Travis on his left. Looks to the right, plays wave dead.
Lucky break there for Framingham as a timeout was called.
And I think Stearns knew that, or maybe he didn't know that. We'll just say that he knew that, though. But Natick takes the timeout there.
No one was covering Stearns on that play. He was all alone on the near sideline.
And sometimes those are the hardest balls to catch.
So Diamante's being taped up now on the sideline. So 2 running backs down for Framingham.
So now that makes one wonder if this move of having Travis in the backfield is going to be a permanent one for the rest of this game, or if that was just for that one specific drive. We'll see what Coach Doherty does. Diamante limping over on the sideline. Odiambo as well. Diamante's got his left ankle taped up, and Davis got his right ankle taped up. So between the two of them, there's 2 good legs, but they're each a leg down right now. So Finley here passes it, and that is complete to Joey Igo.
Tightly covered, but nice pass and nice catch. And Framingham will convert the 2-point conversion.
So now they do go up 21-14, up by a touchdown with only 37 seconds left here in this third quarter. So Framingham, after the Natick turnover, able to come back and score.
So Framingham defense takes the field again. They've been hot here in the second half. 2 turnovers on 2 possessions for Natick so far.
And they definitely have all the momentum right now. Hemmer here will take the kick for Framingham. So Hemmer here, set to kick off. The lefty. Good kick taken by Natick at about the 15. And taken down by a host of Flyers.
Down to about the 37-yard line.
So 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. So the Flyers D taking the field once again, led by their big defensive line. Right now with 3 down linemen, Christian Wilkins, Jack Downey, and Alan Lamas. Jack named the team MVP this year by Coach Doherty. Duffy takes the handoff on first down. Javi takes that tackle.
Out to about the 30-yard line.
And with that, that's probably going to be the last play of this third quarter. Clock's ticking down at 10 seconds.
And that will be the end of the third quarter. Framingham leads Natick 21-14.
Yeah, and after a first half that saw no turnovers, Framingham D comes out in the second half, gets two turnovers. Framingham did have one turnover. Diamante Daniels did fumble it, but Framingham defense came right back, and Greg Finley got an interception, and then they were able to drive down the field. So I think, Anthony, that was a pretty good quarter for the Flyers.
So Natick taking the field now to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have the ball at about the 30-yard line. Framingham D, all they need to do is just keep up the energy, keep up the intensity in this fourth quarter, and right now they're up by a touchdown. Flutie here in shotgun. It's the ball off to Duffy. Actually, I'm sorry. That was Seiden. So on 2nd and 7, he picks up a few more yards, but it's still going to be a 3rd and medium to long.
Framingham's done a better job of stopping the run here in the second half. First half, they just seem to be getting first down after first down, 10-yard gains, 15-yard gains. It's been held to more of 2 to 3 yard gains here in the second half so far.
So Flutie here gets it to Seiden, and he's stopped by the Flyers D.
That will bring up a 4th down for Natick.
Mitch Garino and Jack in on that tackle. So yeah, 4th down. We'll see what Natick does. Like you mentioned, there hasn't been a punt all game. Travis and the punt unit do come out.
So it looks like we'll see the first punt by either side in the fourth quarter here.
We'll see here. A fake punt is always an option here in high school. Framingham nearly blocks it. Travis unable to do anything with that. It was actually a good kick by Natick. So Framingham's going to take over at about the 26-yard line.
So after not getting any stops in the first half, Framingham has now stopped Natick on 3 straight possessions here in the second half.
So now we'll see what the Framingham offense does here. They do have essentially a whole quarter to play with 10:35 remaining. So it's not enough time to really drown out the clock unless the running game's working well. But with the injuries, we'll see if Coach Doherty goes with the run or the pass here. Travis is coming out in the backfield, so Diamante, Coach Doherty doesn't feel like he's ready to come back into the game. Stearns on first down, unable to catch that ball. So that'll be 2nd down.
Travis Hayes out in the backfield now.
2nd down. Play action. Finley fakes left, and he throws an interception. So Finley there looked like he was hit as he threw, and that ball was intercepted by number 85, John Bishop.
And that puts Natick in good field position now. Not what Framingham needed. They could have gone up by 2 possessions here in the fourth quarter. Really put Natick in a big hole, but now Natick's right back in this game.
Yeah, Natick with good field position now at the 35-yard line. So the Flyers D, after getting 3 stops, working hard out there. Very little rest, and now they're right back on the field. 4 down linemen here and 4 linebackers. Seiden takes it.
Gain of about 4 on that play.
So it seems as if the Framingham D here is starting to anticipate that when Natick runs the ball, they're going to run the ball up the middle. So they're stacking their linebackers and their down linemen, which leaves them a little soft on their pass coverage. But they got to stop the run in order to be successful.
Yeah, unlike Framingham, whose running backs are more on the small side, more elusive, getting to the outside, these Natick backs they're big backs. They just plow it up the middle, more like fullbacks.
Side here in motion. Flutie rolls to his right and goes nowhere quick. That's Christian Wilkins taking him down. Christian Wilkins, just a freshman, and we've already seen him this year have a large impact on this team. So one can only imagine what he's going to do in the years to come. So now Natick will have a 3rd down and 8. So that'd be huge for Framingham if they can get a 4th straight stop here.
Natick coming out in the shotgun again with 2 backs.
Side and again in motion. Flutie back to pass. Looks over the middle deep. And that ball is incomplete. That was intended for number 34, Eric Swanson. Finley on the coverage.
And that will bring up 4th down for Natick.
And they're going to have to go for it here with 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
Just out of field goal range, but too close to punt, so
their only option here is to go for it.
It's a 4th down for the red and blue.
Ball's placed on the 33-yard line, so it would be about a 50-yard field goal.
that's an unrealistic field goal for a high school kicker to make.
Play action rollout here by Flutie. Defenders in his face. He looks deep. And incomplete.
Natick almost able to come up with a big catch there, diving for it.
Yeah, Finley had, I believe that was Ramon Torres right in his face. He was, not Finley rather, Flutie had Ramon Torres in his face. Was able to shake him and throw it deep and at least give his receiver a chance to catch the ball, but he was unable to. So now Framingham takes over. And basically Natick just killed 3 minutes off the clock for them. So now they're down to 8 minutes and 45 seconds left to run their offense. And now, Anthony, the big thing for them is just not turn the ball over. Travis here with it, still on his feet, gets to the outside.
Travis Hayes able to pick up the 1st down here.
So we see Travis, that's I think is his 4th carry this game, and 3 of them have been for 1st down. So if you're Coach Doherty, I'd let Travis keep playing here. It's his senior game. It's his last game. Let him show us what he can do here.
Yeah, with the injuries to Odiambo and Daniels, he's stepped up big here for Framingham to keep the running game alive.
Travis gets it again to the outside. He tries to cut back.
Looks like he slipped on that play.
And he's taken down. I believe that was Duffy on the tackle as well. Josh Ajay, rather.
At the 42-yard line.
Hand off to Hayes again. He goes nowhere. Another loss on the play. Framingham will now face a 3rd and long.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 15. So not what you want if you're Framingham, because we're still inside 8 minutes left here, and a 3 and out is just going to give Natick one more shot, and it's going to put that much more pressure on the Framingham D.
And looks like the Natick defense jumped early on that one. That looks like it's going to be offsides on Natick.
Yep. So that'll be still going to be a 3rd and long for the Flyers, but they'll take the 5 yards whenever they can get them. The Natick D, that's their 3rd penalty this game. On defense. On defense, excuse me. Finley here back to pass. Looks deep for Stearns. And Stearns is able to get him away with it. What a great catch by Mike Stearns. Goes up and gets it. Natick punching the ground. Tough guy.
Framingham goes up over the Natick defender to get that pass.
Yeah, that was number 24, Corey Fisher, on the coverage, but Stearns was just able to outmaneuver him. And what a great catch by Stearns. He's having a great game in his first ever Thanksgiving game. Can't imagine how he's gonna turn out in the next few years as he develops and matures as a player. Finley here. Odiambo back in the game.
So Odiambo back in the game, and they give him the ball right away. He gets about a 1-yard gain.
But more importantly, he appears to be walking better than he was on the sideline, so that's a good sign.
Now you get Hayes back in the receiver slot.
Although this game, Finley and Stearns have really seemed to form a connection. Stearns with 4 or 5, I think 5 or 6 catches now at this point, as Finley still goes, and he's tackled down inside the 10-yard line. So Flyers here have all the momentum after that catch by Stearns.
And they pick up another first down here.
It is a first down, goal to go.
And it will be 1st and goal from the 10. Pass over to Travis.
And Travis gets in for the touchdown. Finley connects to Travis. Travis is able to get in the end zone, so now Framingham will go up by a score of 27-14, pending the extra point. And now it's a 2-possession game, which is exactly what Framingham wanted.
With only 6 minutes left in the game, Natick's going to have to dig themselves out of a big hole here if they want to come back and win this game.
So this Flyers team right now is just firing on all cylinders in the second half. And the extra point is good. So Framingham now up by 2 touchdowns with 6 minutes left.
So Natick now haven't been able to score in the second half. They're going to have to get back in their first half groove and try and get a few touchdowns on the board here with not much time left.
Yeah, and give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. Big Sean and Ramon Torres and Jack Downey holding things down there, giving Finley enough time to find his receivers. And then, of course, Mike Stearns making a phenomenal catch there. He's had a great game. And as well as Travis. Travis had a good game as well, running the ball and catching the ball. So good effort in this third quarter, rather the second half by Framingham.
Looks like a lot of the Natick fans are starting to leave the stadium. Looks like they don't have a lot of faith in this team.
Where they smell the turkey. So Alan Lamas here taking the kickoff for Framingham. And he kicks it. Good kick. Sort of a dead ball. That's his specialty. He kicks it straight up, and when it hits the ground, it just stops. So now Natick will take over at about, I think, the 26, 27-yard line. So just under 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, down by 2 touchdowns. So Natick's going to have to move the ball quickly and efficiently. This is when we'll see what quarterback Troy Flutie's made of, because this is obviously a situation where they're going to be pass heavy. First down here. Chris Giannis in motion. He catches the ball.
And he's tackled for a loss
by Javi Santiago.
So Natick now facing a 2nd and 12.
Flutie back here. Hit as he throws. And that pass is incomplete to Andrew Seiden. Alan Lamas there bringing the pressure on Flutie. So now it's going to be a 3rd and 12 here for Natick. Flutie rolls out here with pressure, and he throws it, and Flyers want an intentional grounding. From here, it looked like an intentional grounding. Flutie knew he was going to get taken down, so he threw it. Doherty wants it.
It is a 4th down for Natick. And their own 25.
So Natick faces a 4th down now.
4th and 12.
And it looks like the punt unit is on the field.
Natick probably figuring that if they don't convert here on 4th down, Framingham will have the ball on the 25-yard line, so a punt will hopefully pin Framingham back. But that means that they're going to have a good punt, which means that Travis
High
would have
punt.
a chance. And
High punt takes a decent hop.
yeah, so Framingham will take over on the 43-yard line with 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. So for Framingham here, as long as they can hold on to the ball, they should have this one wrapped up.
Yeah, Framingham look for a lot of runs here, trying to milk the clock here near the end of the game. With a 2-score lead, Natick doesn't have a lot of time left to get the ball in the end zone.
Framingham offense coming out here,
So Hayes is in the backfield again.
as well as junior CJ Cosme. Travis takes the ball here. Taken down.
Tackled for a loss.
Matt Manchester on the tackle, but more importantly, that's just going to kill some time off the clock. Framingham is in no rush here. They can take their time.
So Framingham taking their time here, just wasting some clock. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in this game.
Finley in the shotgun, and Framingham takes a timeout. So there's 4 minutes and 14 seconds left here on the clock. Framingham with the ball on the 41-yard line. 2nd down and long. Framingham here, 2nd and 12. Finley in the shotgun with Hayes and Cosme. Finley with the keeper and gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
That'll bring up 3rd down for Framingham.
Third down and about 10. Natick takes the timeout here, trying to preserve as much clock as they can, but that won't help them out offensively when they get down inside 2 minutes and they don't have any timeouts left. Framingham here now, setting up the play after the Natick timeout. Shotgun here for Finley. We'll see if they pass or throw. Travis gets the ball, and he goes nowhere.
And Natick will take another timeout now.
So Coach Doherty, after second thought, brings out the punt unit.
So this will be Framingham's first punt of the day.
So Natick will have the ball with roughly 4 minutes left to score twice. Good punt there by Hemmer. And fumbled by Natick, and Framingham will get the ball back. Mental error there by Natick. Once it touches a Natick player, the ball is live, and Flyers are able to come away with their 4th turnover of the game. So now Framingham will have great field position, much better than they had in their last drive. So a big mental error there by Natick. Not one you want to commit down by 2 touchdowns late in the game.
And Natick in a big hole now. And if Framingham can put another touchdown on the board, I'd say this game is pretty much over.
I would agree. So the offense comes out in the field here. They didn't have any success on their last drive running the ball, so we'll see if they try to change their scheming offensively or if they're going to just stick with the run. And now more Natick fans are leaving as CJ Cosme gets the ball. Draining more clock. Nope, just kidding. Not another timeout called by Natick. Referees blew the whistle, but no timeout.
Diamante Daniel was on the field for that last play, so he seems to be okay getting back in the game. Coach Doherty trying to get him a few more snaps in his final game.
Cosme again taken down. So Framingham going backwards here, but a timeout is taken.
So this running offense by Framingham wasting a lot of Natick's timeouts.
Yeah, actually Natick didn't take a timeout. I think there was some confusion. I heard the referees blow the whistle and say timeout, but none was taken, so now we're inside 3 minutes left. Inside handoff. Cosme still on his feet and picks up a good gain there. So now it'll be 4th and about 3 or 4.
So it'll be 4th down now for Framingham.
Yeah, 4th down and about 3 or 4. So 4th and medium to long. All right, and so it'll be 4th and 3. We'll see what Coach Doherty decides to do here. And he sends out the offense. 2:20 left in the game.
Diamante Daniel back in the game in the backfield.
And that'll be a false start penalty. So push him back 5 yards. So now it'll be 4th and 8 on the 27-yard line.
Offense still on the field.
So on 4th down, Framingham turns the ball over, giving Natick just over 2 minutes left to try to score twice.
So Natick in a big hole here. They're going to have to score, get an onside kick, and score again in about 2 minutes to tie this game up.
Never say never, though. We've seen stranger things happen. And a timeout is taken. So Coach Doherty brings his defense over.
Timeout, Framingham.
If you're the defense here, you just want to, if Flutie's going to be passing the ball, just don't let, if you're a defensive back, don't let the receivers get behind you. Keep them in front of you. And just another reminder that if you want to purchase this game or any other game that you see here on FHS TV, just send an email to kschiffman@framingham.k12.ma.us. And it's just a $20 donation to FHS TV, and we can get you a copy of the game. If you have any questions, just email that link below, and we'll be sure to help you out. So now Natick here on 1st down. Wilkins, Jack Downey, and Alan Lamas are the 3 down linemen for the Framingham defense. Framingham up by 2 touchdowns. Siding here on Flutie's right. Flutie looks to complete the pass.
And that's a completion, but he tries to lateral it. There's no one there. Natick is able to recover it.
Yeah, and I think he went for a lateral there, but he didn't even seem like he had possession of the ball before he fumbled it. Framingham here now back to pass again. Flutie scrambles out, still on his feet, can't throw anymore. So he does pick up the 1st down.
He's able to get out of bounds, which will stop the clock.
First down at their own 45-yard line.
Ball on the 45-yard line. Flutie here has all the time in the world to throw it here. And finally taken down by Alan Lamas, 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Flutie there, though, had a solid 8 to 10 seconds to try to make something happen, but the coverage downfield for Framingham was good. Flutie again, all the time in the world.
Gets the ball to a wide open receiver.
Wide open, that was John Bishop, with just over a minute left in the game.
At the 37-yard line of the Flyers, first down, Natick.
Ball will be placed on about the 37-yard line.
Flutie in the shotgun here.
Flutie getting chased by Tom Brady and throws it out of bounds. That was intended for John Bishop.
And there's 1 minute left in this game. Framingham is leading by 2 touchdowns. So Natick's going to need a big play here and quick.
Second down. Flutie here. Pressure again. Screen pass to Duffy. And taken down by Josh Ajay. And so now the clock is running here. 45 seconds and counting left. So Natick running out of time. Dan Tursky coming on the field now for the Flyers. And a quick play here by Natick. 30 seconds here. So now anything that Natick does here, you got to think lateral. 20 seconds, and unless timeout is called.
It looks like
nope, no timeout
this
will be
game
called.
is just about over.
So time for one more play. There's a flag on the field. Pass is incomplete, so the clock will stop at 8.7 seconds. We'll see what the penalty is. I think it's going to be on Natick. Coach Doherty signaling that he's going to decline it. Probably going to be a false start. Yep, penalty is declined. Yep, so Framingham takes over here on down. With 8 seconds left, all they have to do is snap the ball once, and the game will be over.
So Framingham's going to take the win here.
Yep. So now Natick will fall to 6-5 to finish their season, while Framingham will come away with a 7-4 record. So all Framingham has to do here is take a knee. And with that knee, Framingham will come away with the victory, defeating Natick 28-14. Framingham rushes the field to celebrate. Stay tuned as we bring you the trophy ceremony. But for now, the Flyers are celebrating their victory in the 104th Thanksgiving Day Classic. Great game all around by Framingham, Anthony.
Yeah, Framingham's defense stepped up big in the second half. They didn't get a stop in the first, but they didn't let up a score in the second. So big turnaround for the defense, able to get the Framingham victory.
Yeah, it was really a tale of two halves for the Flyers. They went into halftime down by a point. They were able to shut out Natick in the second half and come away with the victory. Both teams here shaking hands. And now looking ahead, Anthony, for Framingham next year, they're going to return a lot of players. They're going to return most of their starting offense. Obviously, the losses of Hayes and Sean O'Connell and Jack are going to have a big impact on them. But Finley will be back with his second full year starting, and he'll have Mike Stearns and Joe Iago returning. And the defense is going to be the same as well. Players like Alan Lamas and Javi Santiago, Tom Brady, Mitch Garino, Corey McGrath, they're all going to be back for the Flyers next year. So look for the Flyers to have another winning year next year.
So Framingham doesn't make the playoffs this year, even though they finished with a better record than last year. So the division is just a lot tougher this year. Framingham does come away with a pretty good record, though.
Yeah, 7-5, not a bad way to end the year. Teams here just finishing up shaking hands. Framingham pumped up after this victory. So now the trophy making its way over to Framingham.
Now to midfield, you're watching the Framingham Elks, Representative John Villa, and the Natick Elks, Representative Mary Catherine.
Framingham Elks presenting the trophy here to Framingham.
The Elks trophy to the Framingham High School Football Flyers.
So the Flyers here getting the trophy, and obviously, Anthony, when you look at the plays of the game, it's got to be the touchdown plays, but specifically some of the plays that Travis made offensively, as well as the nice catch by Mike Stearns.
Yeah, the interceptions too, the fumble, the kickoff recovered by Framingham.
Yep.
Or the punt.
So Framingham here gets the trophy. Yeah, both offensively and defensively for the Flyers. A lot of big plays, the 4 turnovers in the second half, and just consistent play in the second half for the Flyers. And we're going to do our best to get an interview with Coach Doherty. But for now, it's the Flyers on the field celebrating, taking a knee.
Have a very happy Thanksgiving and a great holiday weekend. Again, thank you. Please drive safely and have a great holiday weekend.
Flyers taking a knee here, saying a quick prayer. I think, Anthony, when you talk about the player of the game, it's sort of hard in a game like this to just single out one player. I'd say it's either a toss between Mike Stearns and Travis. Both had huge impacts on the offense. Travis running the ball and Stearns catching the ball. And then you got to give Finley consideration as well too for getting them all the ball. So it was a well-rounded game for the Flyers offensively. So I think all those 3 players deserve the Player of the Game award. All right, so with that, that's going to do it here for us at FHS TV. Just a reminder, like we said before, if you want to purchase this game or any other game, $20 donation. Email kschiffman@framingham.k12.ma.us. Once again, a great win for the Flyers, coming away with the 28-14 victory on the 104th Annual Thanksgiving Classic against Natick. I'm Matt Bradley. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.